Last time, we saw the colonies hit the breaking point with Britain. Rebellion was in the air. But here's the reality check for 1775, the Americans just picked a fight with a global superpower. And their pockets? Completely empty. No national treasury. No power to tax. No credit score. How do you build a nation from a broke revolution? Let's get into it. The Continental Congress was in charge, but they were basically a committee with no teeth. Under the Articles of Confederation, they couldn't actually force anyone to pay taxes. Imagine trying to fight a world war by politely asking 13 different states for donations. That was George Washington's daily nightmare. Congress basically had three moves: ask the states for money, they usually said no, borrow from anyone who'd listen, or just start the printing presses. They chose the print button. Enter the Continental. Between 1775 and 1779, Congress printed over $240 million in paper money. The problem? It was backed by nothing. No gold, no silver, just a pinky promise that they'd pay it back if they won the war. Predictably, inflation went nuclear. By 1781, it took 167 paper dollars to buy what one silver dollar used to buy. If you've ever heard the phrase, "not worth a continental," this is where it comes from. It was a currency death spiral. This wasn't just math, it was life and death. Because the money was worthless, the army couldn't buy food. Farmers often refused to sell to the Continental Army because they didn't trust the funny money. This is why soldiers at Valley Forge were barefoot in the snow. It wasn't just the cold, it was a supply chain collapse triggered by a currency crash. Behind the scenes, guys like Robert Morris and Haym Salomon were desperately using their personal credit to keep the army from starving. The revolution was being held together by duct tape and IOUs. America survived because of a pivot to global venture capital. In 1778, the Treaty of Alliance with France changed everything. This wasn't just about French soldiers, it was about French cash and Dutch loans. Spain and the Netherlands joined the bet against Britain. Without this foreign financing, hard currency that actually had value, the American experiment would have been bankrupted and finished by 1780. In 1783, the Treaty of Paris made it official. Britain blinked. America was free. But the victory party was short-lived. The war left the new nation with a mountain of debt, a shattered currency, and 13 states that were all bickering over who owed what. The war was won, but the economy was essentially a smoking ruin. In Part 6b, we look at the Great Collapse that followed, and the radical financial plan that saved the United States. To see how this story unfolds from the very beginning, make sure to watch all parts of this series. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell.